Hello, 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 beautiful friends. How are you? Happy fall. I'm just loving fall. I'm your basic girl. I like hocus pocus. I like cinnamon and I like candles. And by the way, before we jump into our episode today, I do want to say if you don't have a candle lamp, and if you've never heard of what a candle lamp is, you're welcome. I'll link it below. I have no affiliation or anything like that, but it has brought me so much joy. So, when you light a candle and, you put it out, there's a lot of smoke. Or if you leave it running forever, you could set your house on fire. And I know that's dramatic, but it's things that like this that go through my head, especially because I have kids in the house. And I had gotten, as a gift from my husband, a candle lamp. And what that is, it's a lamp that goes under a nightstand, or I'll also have one down in the kitchen. And it has a timer. And what it does is it's a lamp that heats up the candle, like on top of the candle. And literally it just gets all that yumminess, that smell that comes from the candle, and all that warmth and aroma, everything without the flame. So there's literally no smoke, no risk of fire, and I have it set usually on a 2-hour timer and then it goes off. And it's been the nicest little snuggy, warm kind of thing I've had in my house, and I'm really, really loving it. So anyways, today what we're talking about is, in the fall, it kind of gets a little colder out and we really need to keep our metabolism going. And it's really not a fun time to, hyper focus on calories, right? I mean, that's never fun in my opinion. So this episode is really just about supercharging your metabolism and increasing your RMR, or resting metabolic rate. So if you're tired of obsessing over calorie counts and want a more effective strategy to boost your metabolism, you're in the right place. That's what today's episode is all about. So we're shifting our focus right now from calorie counting to understanding and optimizing your resting metabolic rate, also known as RMR. So whether you're aiming to lose weight, manage your diabetes, or improve your overall metabolic health, mastering your RMR is definitely significant and it will definitely make the difference, okay? Or in my opinion, it really is what moves the needle. So stick around as we dive into how you can enhance your metabolism, see real results, and track your progress effectively. So in our first segment, what I want to talk about is what is RMR, or resting metabolic rate. So the RMR, here's the basic, is the number of calories your body needs at rest to maintain essential functions like breathing, heart rate, cellular repair, and it accounts for 60 to 75% of your total daily calorie expenditure, which is crucial for weight management and metabolic health. Now here's why it's so important, okay? The higher the RMR means your body burns more calories at rest, which means this can aid with weight management and overall health, okay? So basically, the better your RMR, or the higher your RMR, the more calories you burn throughout the day, even when you're not exercising. Now, this is influenced by some things that are in our control and some things that are not in our control. So this is influenced by, age, gender, body composition, and genetics, right? Okay, so that's RMR in general. Now, what affects our RMR, or resting metabolic rate? Because if you understand that, then you can leverage it to your advantage. So the first is muscle mass, okay? And this is a big one, ladies, because as we get older, we lose muscle mass, and this absolutely affects our RMR. So muscle tissue is more metabolically active than fat tissue. So on average, muscle burns 6 calories per pound per day at rest. Compared to fat, only 2 calories per pound per day. So if you convert 1 pound of fat to muscle, you will be burning an average of 4 calories more per pound per day. So increasing your muscle mass can significantly boost your RMR. Now, for example, if you added 5 pounds of muscle, you could be increasing your calorie burn by 30 calories a day. Now, why is that important? That doesn't sound like a lot, right? However, if 30 calories a day, and you times that times 7, right? That'd be 210 calories a week. Well, if a pound is about 3,500 calories, right? Do the math. You could get there very quickly. So you could be burning an extra, 10 some odd pounds a year just from that extra muscle that you have on you. So how are you going to increase that muscle mass? You're going to engage in resistance training at least 2 to 3 times a week. I want you to focus on things like protein and lifting weights. Don't be afraid of lifting weights. It will not bulk you up. You will not become, Popeye the Sailor Man with he has that big muscle. Not going to happen. Lift some weights, eat that protein, boost that muscle. Next thing we're going to discuss after muscle mass is physical activity. Engaging in things like high-intensity interval training can elevate your RMR for up to 24 hours post-exercise. So HIIT can increase your metabolic rate by 13% for several hours after a workout. And this type of exercise involves alternating between intense bursts of activity and recovery periods. And this boosts your metabolism even when you're not actively exercising. The third thing that can increase your RMR is diet. See, consuming protein increases your RMR because protein has a higher thermic effect of food, or also known as TEF, compared to fats and carbohydrates. So the TEF, or thermic effect of food, for protein is 20 to 30%. while for carbohydrates, it's 5 to 10%, and for fats, it's only 0 to 3%, which means your body burns more calories digesting protein than anything else. So incorporating protein-rich foods like lean meats into your diet definitely enhance your metabolic rate. The next way you can increase your metabolic rate, besides the muscle mass we said we want to increase, besides the physical activity, besides incorporating protein, is dealing with sleep and stress. See, quality sleep and stress management are essential for maintaining a healthy RMR. A poor sleep can decrease your metabolic rate and disrupts hormones that regulate appetite. So chronic stress can elevate cortisol levels, impacting metabolic function and contributes to weight gain. So I really want you to aim for 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep and practice stress relief for yourself as well to support your resting metabolic rate. And again, you know this, I've mentioned 1,000 times before, my sleep book goes through all of that, okay? You know, how to deal with anxiety and sleep techniques without using any drugs, basically to improve your metabolism. So now that I've told you about the 4 main ways I like people to increase their resting metabolic rate that are in their control, right? So not their age, not their genetics, nothing like that. But when you're focusing on things like your muscle, your physical activity, your protein, your sleep, then what you're going to notice is you just naturally are burning calories. And if you've ever been in a state in your life where, you just go on the scale and it's always going well, odds are you were doing those 4 things. So let's go into some actionable ways you can really improve your RMR. The first one is strength training, incorporating exercises that deal with big muscles like squats, lunges, and weightlifting into your routine. I would aim for at least 2 sessions a week. I want you to track your progress maybe on a fitness app and monitor improvements in strength and your muscle mass. So by doing this, aiming for those big muscle groups, that's very helpful. When you do those little muscle groups, that looks very good. You look toned, right? But when you aim for these big muscle groups, you're going to be able to add on those pounds. And we just said, you're going to burn, right? For 1 pound of fat, turn into 1 pound of muscle, you're going to be burning extra 4 calories a day per pound. I mean, you can't beat that. The next thing is outside of your, strength training workouts, which are going to increase the muscle mass, go for those HIIT workouts. By incorporating HIIT into your weekly exercise routine, start with short intervals of intense activity like sprinting or cycling, followed by periods of rest and low intensity exercise. You can use a fitness tracker to do this, or honestly, if you do what I do, I just go on YouTube. Like literally just go on YouTube, finish this video, go to YouTube and look up HIIT workouts. There's a lot of big brands that do this. I personally love Beachbody. They have so many good HIIT workouts. I love Tone It Up. They always have good HIIT workouts on there, and they're short. They're can be 15 minutes. And honestly, we waste 15 minutes doing so many other things. You could even put it in the background while you watch TV at night and do that. Whatever it works, just try your best to fit in a couple HIIT workouts a week, because that will keep you burning all day long. Now, the next thing is a balanced diet, focusing on protein first, healthy fats, and complex carbs. See, foods like chicken, fish, quinoa, and nuts are excellent choices. So use a food diary, try to get your nutritional needs. I tell most clients, so for my females, I usually say at least aim for 30 grams of protein per meal. And by doing that, by focusing the meal around the protein a little bit, right? You're focusing on foods that take more energy to burn, but also protein, right, helps you build muscle. And we just said for your resting metabolic rate, you need muscle. So for 2 reasons, I like that. And then the last thing is that protein gives you long sustained energy, and it gives you the fuel you need to work out. So I really do love protein because it sustains you. The next thing is I really want you to work on your stress management. So we need to integrate relaxation techniques like mindfulness, deep breathing exercises, or yoga into your daily routine. And then I want you to monitor your stress levels and make adjustments, because that can help your overall well-being and your metabolic function. The next thing is aiming for 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep, creating a restful environment to help you get a consistent schedule. That's the biggest thing with sleep. If you don't buy my book, you don't read the book, fine, right? There's 1,000 ways to fix your sleep. What you really just need is a proper sleep routine, okay? You need minimized screen time before bed. I used to say a couple hours before bed. Get a cool and dark, environment, using a sleep tracker to adjust for sleep quality. The next thing I want you to do is staying hydrated. See, drinking water can temporarily boost your metabolism. So definitely aim for at least 8 cups of water a day, and consider drinking a glass of water before meals to help with satiety. The other thing you can do is trying smaller meals, keep your metabolism active throughout the day. This approach can help stabilize blood sugars and prevent excessive hunger that can lead to overeating, by having smaller, more frequent meals. Often with my diabetics, I'll see that they don't eat breakfast, like they're trying to intermittent fast maybe, and they skip breakfast, and then they wind up just snacking and binging all night long. This is terrible for your metabolism, because you're going to go to bed with all this food in you, and it's just going to be focused on doing the digestion, and it's not going to be focused on cellular repair and healing your cells and your overall metabolic rate. What I really want you to do is try to, aim for at least 3 proper meals. That alone will help keep your metabolism going. So what I want to go over now in this 4th segment is overcoming the common obstacles you will encounter with RMR, okay? So while improving the RMR is beneficial, you're going to encounter some challenges, and this is what I want you to do to overcome them, or at least consider overcoming, right? So the first thing is time constraints. Finding time for workout can be super challenging. I get it. I have 2 kids. They're 3 and 5, and it is hard. So that's why I love HIIT, right? Shorter, more intense workouts like HIIT, only take me 5 minutes, right? And I can literally do them on the stairs. So, if I go to work, I go to the hospital for rounds in the morning, I'll take the stairs instead of the elevator, and I'll sprint up a couple flights, then slowly, see my patients, and then sprint down and go up and down the stairs. It sounds ridiculous, but I'm only at the hospital maybe 5 to 10 minutes longer, but I'm definitely getting my heart rate up. Another thing that you may overcome as a challenge is plateaus. So if you hit a plateau, I want you to change up that workout routine and adjust your diet. Adding variety keeps your body from adapting to your workout and keeps your metabolism active. So I definitely noticed that when I do the same workout routine for a few months, it definitely is time to change it up because I will notice a plateau in my strength. The next thing is motivation, and we have a whole episode on this, but you need to stay motivated. And staying motivated is tough. So I want you to try your best to set small, achievable goals and celebrate your progress. So it may just be that you want to do 50 squats, or maybe then, in a month, 100 squats. But something where you have small achievable goals, maybe, walking outside once a day for a half hour, whatever it is, but use those small goals to keep your fitness going, because I think fitness can kind of get boring sometimes. So yeah, definitely staying motivated, very difficult. But by doing small achievable goals, it makes it kind of fun to keep up with. And when you get those goals, you get that little dopamine hit, like I achieved it, yay. And that kind of feels pretty amazing. The other thing you might want to consider is getting a workout buddy or joining a fitness community, or, getting coached for support and accountability. In my coaching program, we always do SMART goals, and we set specific goals for the week of what everyone's going to be working on. And that definitely helps. Even with sleep, I think last week we were talking about just sleep, and all of us were just ditching the phone by 9 p.m., getting rest, and I guarantee they moved the needle this week. So anyways, my conclusion for you, okay? So my vitality prescription for you is work on your resting metabolic rate instead of focusing on calories. See, when you master your RMR, this can have a significant impact on your metabolic health and overall well-being. So start by incorporating strength training, HIIT workouts, and have a balanced diet full of protein. Pay attention to your sleep and stress, and track your progress to see tangible improvements. Okay, so thanks for coming to the Vitality Prescription today. And if you found today's episode helpful, please subscribe, leave a review, or comment below, and share it with others who might benefit. We'd love to hear your feedback on any topics you'd like us to cover in the future episodes. Until next time, keep focusing on your health, and remember, optimizing your RMR is a powerful strategy for a healthier, more energetic life. I'll see you in the next one.